welcome to our Crazy Life Scotland. It's Fiona here with my weekly weigh-in update. How are you all doing? I hope you're doing good. Right, let's get straight into it, shall we? Now, last week I mentioned to you that I was going to start weighing in again every week, and I have stuck to that. And I also mentioned that we were going away on Saturday to the Trafford Centre with Abby and her friend Gabby because it was Jack's birthday, and also Abby had her spending money from her birthday. And I said that I was going to be off plan on the Saturday so that I could enjoy it. And I was more than happy with that decision. It was my choice. I had decided that I was going to do it, so I was happy with that. So then that was Thursday that I did my update. Thursday night we went to Asda to get all the bits and pieces that we needed for going away on Saturday, to get some bits of chocolate and crisps and things like that, things that I look forward to eating when I'm off plan. So that was fine and I loved it. I really enjoy thinking, oh, what can I get that's naughty? Oh, I'll have that. Oh, I'll have that. So I got quite a lot, I have to say. I did get quite a lot. And that was fine. But then on Thursday night I lay in bed thinking, I've got all that food through there. Do I really want to wait till Saturday? If I'm going to be off plan on Saturday anyway, why don't I just go off plan tomorrow as well? And then I'm thinking, no, you don't need to, just the one day will be fine. But then I've got loads of stuff there, maybe I won't get it all eaten in one day, so maybe I'm going to have to do 2 days. No, Fiona, Saturday, look forward to it and enjoy it. Right, okay. And then I woke up on the Friday morning and thought, feck it, I'm having the day off. Why did I do that? And I justified it by saying, it means that we can have a proper bolognese tonight with pasta rather than having like courgette type thing. How is that justification, Fiona? It's not. If you wanted to have pasta, you could have had pasta. You didn't need to have all the crap that you had as well as the pasta. And it's one of those things that I've been thinking about it all week, thinking, why did I do it? Because I don't really enjoy eating like that anymore. And even on Saturday, when we were travelling down there, I had said, oh, I'm not going to bother about my intermittent fasting. But to be honest, I couldn't eat anything before we got there anyway because I'm just not used to eating at that time. So we went to the Trafford Centre and it was really good. And actually, no. We went to the Trafford Centre and Abby and Gabby thought it was really good. Me and Jack thought it was utter crap. It is nothing like I remember it. I've not been to the Trafford Centre for well over 10 years, but I was sure it was a lot bigger than that. And the last time I was there, it wasn't all designer shops. Every single shop was designer, pretty much. I would say the only sort of normal shops, there was a Quiz and a New Look and an H&M. But other than that, it was all designer. So I had been really looking forward to shopping and didn't do any. It was rubbish. So we let Gabby and Abby do their own thing and we arranged to meet them at lunchtime. So we met them at lunchtime at TGI Fridays, which was lovely. It was a really, really good lunch. And I was glad that I was off plan then because I did enjoy it. But even Abby had pretty much done everything that she needed to do. There was only one more shop that she wanted to go to. And I'll tell you what, we'd been there for less than 2 hours and she'd spent over £200. That's the type of shops that it was. She loves that JD Sport and Calvin Klein and Victoria's Secret and all these things. She loves all that. However, it's so expensive. She hardly had any money left by lunchtime. So we had our lunch and we said, right, we were going to go to the cinema. Do you want to go to the cinema? And they went, yeah, we could do. And Abby went, but there was a couple of other things that I wanted to get that I've not been able to get here. So Jack was sitting on his phone doing things, and the next thing he looked up and he went, the Metro Centre's only a couple hours away from here. Do you want to go there? And we're like, yeah, we definitely want to go there. So we had our lunch, jumped in the van and went to the Metro Centre. And the good thing was it was a couple of hours in the right direction. It was heading back up here. So we knew that it wasn't taking us further out our road really. I think it added about half an hour onto our journey in total. It really wasn't bad. So we went to the Metro Centre and that's where I really had fun. I was able to go into Primark and TK Maxx and Poundland and Typo. You'll have probably seen my haul. If not, I will link it below, just showing you the bits and pieces that I got. So that was much better, but we only had a couple of hours left at that point because it shut at 7:30. So yeah, it ended up being a really good day, but I was very disappointed in the Trafford Centre. And I did eat late on at night. We didn't get home until about 11:10 at night, and we had stopped for a McDonald's when we were about an hour away from here. So I did eat outside my normal eating window at night, but I hadn't in the morning. But do you know what? See all the stuff that I had in the van? I had chocolate. I'm not going to mention anything specific because I don't want to trigger anybody, but I had so many treats, and I would eat one and go, yeah, that was okay. It really hasn't got the same appeal to me. And Jane Day hit the nail on the head last week in her video when she said that when she goes off plan, the real thrill for her is the buying of all the naughty food. And that was the same for me. I really enjoyed Thursday night going round Asda thinking, oh, I can get that, I can get that. And then I really enjoyed the thought of eating it all. But when it actually came to eating it, I thought, it's really not doing it for me the way that it used to. And then it started playing tricks with my mind again, because I thought, well, I've got loads and loads of like treats left. Maybe I should just stay off plan on Sunday as well and eat all that's left, or else I'll be wanting it all week. And I thought, no, because you're not really enjoying it. And then I thought, yeah, but it's there and you're going to want to eat it, so just eat it. And I was thinking, no, but the girls or Jack can eat it. Yeah, but you know that you really want it. And I thought, oh my God, really, I was totally battling with myself. And then I got up on Sunday morning and I thought, you know what, I don't want it. I really don't want it. And I knew that I was going away, that we're going away this weekend coming. And I thought, if I'm wanting to be off plan then, I can have it then. So on Sunday, I just got up and my head was back in the right place again. I just don't know why my mind still plays tricks with me like that. It's like I've managed to sort my eating habits. I've just not managed to sort my head yet. My head is still way behind my eating habits, and my head is still stronger than my stomach, if you like, because my stomach's telling me you don't want to eat that food, but my head's saying, yeah, you do. Think about buying it, think about eating it, think about that first taste. But after all those three things are out the way, it's like, meh, why do I want to sabotage myself, my health, as well as my weight, just for the sake of meh? So when I got up on Sunday, my mum and dad were here. They were in the cabin because they'd watched Brooke and the dogs on the Saturday, and I was wanting to go to Aldi. So my mum came with me. We went to Aldi and I got some nice bits and pieces for getting back on track. One of my viewers had said that Aldi had quite a few keto bits and pieces in, so I decided to go. I hadn't been for ages, and I did get a couple of nice things. I got it was pork, is it saltimbocco or something? It was basically pork with garlic butter wrapped in prosciutto ham, I think. And that was lovely, that was delicious, I really enjoyed that. And I got some Cajun chicken, and yeah, it was seasoned, and there was some like rapeseed oil on it, which isn't really good for you, but sugars wise it wasn't bad. So I thought, well, for a wee change I'm going to get that, and I really did enjoy it. That was really good. So by the time we'd been at Aldi and got back, my dad had said, well, why do I not meet you in town and we can go to Witherspoon's for some lunch? And I was like, yeah, great idea. So by the time we'd done all that, it was about 12:30 before we ordered lunch, and it was 1 o'clock before it came because it was really busy. So although I had finished eating late on the Saturday night, I didn't break my fast again until 1 o'clock on the Sunday. So that was fine, and I still ended my eating window at my usual 6:30, and that got me back on track with my intermittent fasting again, because I really enjoy that. It's not a sacrifice to me to do that anymore, and I feel so much better when I do it. So yeah, I was more than happy to get back on that. And when I was at Henry Bell again, my head said, you're not quite back on track yet, you could have some chips or something really tasty, but I didn't. Me and my mum went halvers. I got a burger and took it off the bun, and my dad had the chips, and my mum got gammon steak with egg, and my dad had the chips. So basically I had half a gammon steak, 1 egg and half a burger, and it was delicious and it was on plan. And to be honest, I really wasn't hungry after that. What else did I have that day? I had a bowl of mushrooms fried in butter. That was all I had at night because I just wasn't hungry, but I fancied something. So I had that, and then I had my coffee, and that was it. So yeah, I got back on track, no problem, because I do like eating keto. It's really strange. Will somebody tell me how to fix my head? I think, I know that Slimming World's had its 50th anniversary this year, and the lady Margaret, oh sorry, I can't remember her name, she has done brilliantly from coming up with this. I think if anyone can come up with a way of fixing our heads, they will still be going 50 years later and having anniversaries and doing really well out of it, because it's not my eating that's a problem, it's up here, it's all in my head, and I really need to come up with a way to stop it. And I've tried hypnosis, well, self-hypnosis and all of that sort of thing, and I think the intermittent fasting's definitely helped, but I'm not quite there yet. Hopefully I will be one day. So the rest of the week's been pretty quiet, not a lot going on. I've eaten really well. I told you about those 2 things that I had. What else have I had to eat? That was Monday and Tuesday. What else did I have? Oh, I tried making a new dish and I didn't like it. It was meant to be like a cheeseburger casserole type thing, and it was basically mince with some spices and cream cheese and chopped up like rice, broccoli, all done together with a topping that was eggs and cream and cheese on top. So it looked delicious, I have to say, it really looked delicious. However, I hadn't put enough spices in the beef and like the mince, and I didn't have proper cream cheese. It was only mascarpone that I had, and that didn't have enough taste really to give it any sort of flavour, so it was a bit meh. There was loads left over and the dogs got it because I wasn't keen on it, and Jack ate it but he wasn't really keen on having more leftovers of it. So I will learn from that lesson, and if I make something like that again, I'll make sure that I use more spices and things and proper cheese. So yeah, that's what I've had. I've had more truffles. I've had avocado again this week, which I've really enjoyed. What else did I had? My breakfast pizza again. So I've eaten really well this week. I've stuck to my intermittent fasting. And I have to say, all week I kept thinking, I can't believe I'm weighing in on Thursday and I've had 2 days off plan. Oh my God. But then the last 2 days I felt a lot slimmer, as in my clothes have felt better and I've not felt as bloated, and I thought to myself, you know what, I might just get away with this. I might manage to scrape a maintain even although I ate junk for 2 days. And so I wasn't too scared when I stepped on the scales this morning. I was a bit thinking, I feel good and I might have just got away with a maintain here. But when I stepped on the scales, look, I've got my whiteboard from my haul, but it's not a happy whiteboard. I didn't maintain. I gained a pound. It could have been a lot worse, I have to say. Everything that I ate was worthy of more than a pound, so I think I definitely did put on a lot more than a pound, and I have taken a lot off again. that's the way that I'm thinking about it, because I'm definitely feeling better, I'm feeling slimmer, and I'm not feeling bloated. So I think that's probably what it was, that I probably put on 3 or 4 pounds, and I've taken a good 2 or 3 off since then. Am I overly disappointed? No, I'm not, because I deserve it. I can't eat carbs like that for 2 days and expect to get a maintain or a loss, because it doesn't work like that. I think I was slightly disappointed because I wasn't expecting it, because I thought I had done enough to pull it back, and clearly I hadn't. But the fact that I'm feeling good, that my clothes are fitting me nice, and that my health's been good this week. I've been a lot stronger this week, even although it was a very long day on Saturday. We left the house at 5 o'clock and we got back about 11:10, so it was a very, very long day, and I was out quite a bit on Sunday, so I was expecting to be really run down this week, and I wasn't. So yeah, I think I'm happy and I'm feeling good, and that's what counts. It doesn't matter what the scales say. I do still want to know every week, but I'm not going to be thinking about that number thinking, oh no, I've put a pound on, that's it. I'm going to blow it again. I'm not thinking that at all. And that is somewhere that my head has improved, because before I would have said, well, stuff it, I've put on weight anyway, I'm as well just eating. But I'm not thinking like that. On saying that, like I said, we are away this weekend. We are going to the Isle of Mull, which is a gorgeous place. We were there last year and I did do a little vlog. That's the place where What's the Story in Balamory, Wouldn't You Like to Know was filmed. And I mentioned that in last year's vlog as well. However, last year we just went for the day. We went up and Jack and Brooke did the Saturday race, but we came back down the same day, so they didn't do the Sunday race. But because they enjoyed the course so much, and because it's such a lovely place, we decided we've got the caravan, we're going to go and stay for the full weekend. So we are going up tomorrow, which is Friday. We're getting the ferry, I think it's 1:30, we're getting the ferry in the afternoon, and then we're coming back on Sunday. And it's the girls' October holidays starting next week, so it's going to be a really nice way to start the October holidays. However, I've been a wee bit stressed today, because obviously we were going to have to take the girls off school because we're going up in the afternoon, and Brooke's school is perfectly fine with it. She's in primary 6, she's not going to be missing much. It's the last day of term before the October break, and they were perfectly fine with it because they know that she gets a lot out of Canicross and it's educational in its own way. So that was fine, and I wasn't going to feel bad about telling Abby's school that she was taking the day off, because they're constantly letting the football team go away for days for tournaments, and they take them away for weeks at a time to go tournaments abroad and things like that. So I thought, well, if the football team can do it, Abby can do it for her Canicross. Plus they were letting the kids go a couple of weeks ago to the big, I don't know if you saw it on the news, there was big climate change protests in Glasgow, and a lot of the kids were allowed to go to that. I didn't let Abby go, but a lot of the kids, the school let them go. So I thought, they can just dare say anything about me taking Abby off for a day for her Canicross. So it was all going to be fine. Then Abby told me last night that she's got 2 assessments tomorrow that she has to do and she has to be there for. And I was like, no! Why could you not have told us that before? And she said that she thought that we were going straight after school. She didn't. She knew fine that we were going through the day. However, nothing that can be done about it. She's in 4th year, she has to get these assessments done. So she's going to have to miss the weekend away. Luckily, my mum is planning to come over to the cabin with her friend for a week early weekend anyway. So Abby's going to stay in the house, which is right next door to the cabin. And if there's any problems, my mum's right on hand if she needs her. And she's not having any parties, she's not having any friends over, and she's not going out anywhere. She will be in the house. So yeah, it's a bit of a shame, because we were looking forward to a nice wee family weekend, and it's our last weekend away in the caravan this year. There's not any more weekends away, it's all sort of days here and there until the Fur Nations start again next year. So yeah, that's a bit of a bummer, but we are going. I'm looking forward to it. I am going to be vlogging it because a few of you asked me to, and I have decided that I am going to be off plan. Again, I thought about it long and hard, but because of where we're staying, there's not going to be a burger van or anything. It's in the middle of nowhere. We're not right next to a shop. It's just going to be easier, and it's not because I want to eat the junk. It's just for pure ease. And it's the last weekend away, and I do remember that when we were up there last year, they had a cafe that had delicious looking cakes in it that I didn't have any of because I was so on Slimming World at that point. However, yeah, I've decided, but it's my decision, and I'm going to be off plan Friday to Sunday, and that's it. I've made the decision that it's not my head messing with me. I am going to be off plan Friday to Sunday, and when I'm making that decision myself, I don't mind. And it's the last time I'm going to be off plan until my birthday at the end of the month, and then that'll be it until Christmas. So I'm fine with it. I've got it sorted out in my head, and I'm fine with it. Hopefully you'll all be fine with it as well, because it will lead to another gain next week, but then it's something to aim for the week after when I've got nothing else coming up and I can really work on getting that weight back off. So, I haven't told you my actual weight. Last week when I stepped on the scales, I was 139.4 pounds, and today when I stepped on the scales, I was 140.4 pounds. So yes, I have gained that pound. Never mind. That's okay. So I think that's everything that I've got to update you on this week, and I hope you are all doing well. Please let me know in the comments below how you're all getting on with whatever journey you might be on, and just say hello. I will link my shopping haul in the description below in case you've not seen that and you wonder what all this is about. I'm really enjoying getting my wee room sorted out. I still want to have a shelf for this stuff, but I've not got it yet, so I've got my little drawers all set up there just now in the meantime. And yeah, I think that's it. I've got my September favourites coming up that you'll probably already have seen that. I think that's gone up this morning, and this will go up tomorrow morning, and then the weekend vlog will hopefully go up on Monday if I get a chance to get out and get some internet to upload it. So thank you all so much for listening to me rambling on again. Please speak to me in the comments below, and I'll see you in my next video. Oh, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button please, and subscribe, and hit the wee bell notification so you know when I upload a video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!